Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Here is your daily technical analysis of Brent crude oil, spot gold and Bitcoin. However, before we start, I just wanted to let you know that no AI, that is artificial intelligence, was ever used in the composition, production or recognition of any of the patterns, levels, analysis or on any related items on these, my charts. This was all authentic intelligence, all my own original work, as I think you deserve to have that. So with that, ICE Brent crude oil futures. This is my daily chart for ICE Brent crude oil futures. And I appreciate it is quite hard to read, but it is useful to me. However, I can see it can be quite confusing to anyone not used to it. So I've drafted a simplified version to help explain or ease the explanations of what is going on. Let's have a look at that then. There we go. Here it is, and we can see the market yesterday made a counter to the counter shooting star pattern, type 1 bearish, as well as a bearish harami after the previous session's immediate countering bullish opening white Mariboso and bullish above the stomach pattern. Prices edged back down to close on the significant bright red neckline, which is currently at 89.07 of the September to November 2024 head and shoulders top. Overhead we have congestion around 92.07 to 92.42, while support below is in a congestion band between 86.67 to 87.96. The whole action since mid-May is still showing signs of being a descending scallop pattern, and that's akin to an inverted letter J as a pattern, with last being the lip on the pattern. If this is true, and it is still early as yet, then we have a potential, it's just a potential right now, a potential down in the 55.66 zone. Of course, for this pattern to fully play out, then we'd have to break the low at 70.14, and that will be a story on its own. In the meantime, we have a lot of pitchfork tines around us, none really validated as yet, apart from the tines of the bright pink mid-December 25 to early July 26 shallow bullish shift pitchfork. With an overhead bright pink middle tine, currently at 101.86, which has been a recent resistance last week, and a bright pink lower time below, currently at 71.86. One final item, and that is we are set up today to make July a monthly key reversal. That's if we close on Friday, that's tonight, either over 92.05 or under 72.92, then we're beyond. Anything in between, we have a lesser outside month pattern. Right now, we are looking at an outside month pattern, but really just barely. So far today, a lower open, moving down to the base of the congestion below, where the declining green short medium moving average lives and has acted as support, currently at 86.80, before the market pulling back up over the bright red neckline. Spot gold. A second bullish white soldier yesterday after the previous session's reaction combined bullish piercing line pattern and bullish double, plus an outside day. We have Fibonacci and other based resistances above between 41.04 to 41.61, which capped the market for the last 2 consecutive days now, whilst below we have the bright red middle time, currently at 39.34, of the showrunner here for this market, which is the bright red, big, late January to late February bearish shift pitchfork. In addition, we also have below the bright red middle time the breached and now seemingly broken dark blue mid-May to late July downtrend, which is currently at 39.20. The action since late June seems to be forming a possible rectangle pattern, which despite the length of time is not fully defined as yet, but will probably be between the overhead congestion, which I've mentioned, which is 41.04 to 41.04 to 41.62, and the lows at 39.43 for late June this year and 38.86 for late October 2025. Now, so far today, a pullback down from the overhead congestion, but not that far, as we're still well within, well, just about within yesterday's range. Bitcoin. A bullish white soldier yesterday after the previous session's second consecutive, if slightly higher, indecisive doji cross. Prices rose up from the 50% absolute Fibonacci line below at 63.129, but were capped by the next congestion overhead, the March 26 low at 64.929. Further overhead, we have congestion the October 21 high and now possibly July 26 high, both at 67.058. We seem to be drifting right now between supports and resistances, possibly looking for the next stimulus to move prices. So far today, a reactionary move back down, bordering on being a daily key reversal, though I'm not sure if it's there yet at the moment. We would have to push below 63.514, which we have not done as yet. But if we did, which isn't too far, and then we closed under 63.850, then we would have. But so far, not yet. So it will have to happen tonight, but just keep an eye on it and watch it carefully. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and at the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpick and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.